Hey folks, Aldo here. For those who may not know me, I'm a ZTM alumni who went from no tech background or experience to becoming a full stack developer. And now I've made it my mission to help others strive and succeed in their own journeys. And one of the biggest questions I see from hundreds of people every month is what industry or role should I focus on if my number one goal is to get hired and make a good salary? Well, today we're going to give you our definitive answer on the 5 most in-demand tech roles for 2024. If you're looking to go from a complete beginner with no tech background to a career making $100,000 with huge growth potential, then keep watching because you can't go wrong with any 5 of these careers. Don't believe me? Well, between 2020 and 2030, tech roles are expected to grow at 13%, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. That is way faster than the average for all occupations in general. So let me get this straight. Tons of jobs available, great pay, and roles that are guaranteed to still be relevant in the next 10 years, I'd say that's the winning formula. And the best part is you don't need an expensive 4-year degree to get hired in one of these roles. So without further ado, let's go over the 5 most in-demand tech roles if you want to go from zero to hired in 2024. Number 1, the software developer. Now, before you start spamming comments all about the tech layoffs that took place earlier this year, let me say this. The layoffs affected about 1% of all the people in the industry, and about 30% of them were rehired almost immediately into other positions or at other companies. In fact, software development is thriving. Almost every company in the world requires someone with development skills. So much so that at the time of recording this video, there are over 340,000 job postings in the United States alone, with an average salary of about $105,000 a year. The numbers speak for themselves. Software developers are a hot commodity in the 2024 job market. Number 2, the cybersecurity expert. Now, this one to me is not so surprising. Just think about it. With all the apps, sites, and tools that we use on a daily basis, the amount of cyber attacks are gonna go up. So companies are scrambling to find people who can prevent these attacks and deal with them when and if they do happen. In fact, cybersecurity roles are projected to grow an additional 35% by 2031, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. And this is a field where you literally have a limitless range of roles that you can do, from consulting to penetration testing to even being a bug bounty hunter. I know that last one may sound a little fake, but I promise you it's not. And with cybersecurity, you don't just have a plethora of roles available to you, but they also pay very well for the most part. The average salary of a cybersecurity analyst is around $99,000 a year, while penetration testers make around $120,000 a year, and consulting gigs can make an even higher amount. And when it comes to job availability, there are over 750,000 job postings in the United States alone. So yes, cybersecurity experts are most definitely in demand for 2024. Number 3, data wranglers. Now, I'm using this term specifically because of the endless possibilities you have with data. Some of the most common roles are data engineers, data scientists, and data analysts, but the list goes on and on. Data is one of those things we truly can't escape. It's everywhere, embedded in every facet of our lives, from the apps we use, to the services we consume, to the products we buy. In our interconnected digital world, data is being generated at an unprecedented rate, and it's the job of these various data wranglers to make sense of it all. Now, obviously, all the roles that fall under data are not the same, but they are all a key part in either acquiring, cleaning, understanding, or making predictions and actions based on data. Now, since it can get confusing trying to understand the differences between all these different roles, one of our ZTM instructors has made a blog post that I'll link down below explaining just that, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. Oh, and just like the other industries we spoke about, this industry is projected to grow at a rapid pace. Data analyst roles are projected to grow by 23% from 2023 to 2031. And if you're curious about job availability and salaries, let me put your mind at ease. At the time of recording, there are over 1.5 million jobs available in the United States alone. I really had to put an emphasis on that. 1.5 million jobs. Now, salaries can vary extremely based on what job you're going for and your location, but I'll give you a few examples. The average salary for a data analyst is around $79,000 a year, while data engineers can pull in $122,000 a year. In summary, if you're on the hunt for a job that's both high-paying and full of potential, diving into the world of data is definitely a solid move. Number 4, the machine learning engineer. Unless you've been living under a rock for the last year or so, you've definitely seen the explosion of AI, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. In fact, it's just going to keep growing. For those that don't know, applications like ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Bard would not be possible without machine learning. Machine learning engineers are the wizards behind the curtains, creating algorithms that enable machines to learn from and make predictions based on data. Now let's talk numbers. The machine learning market size was valued at $21 billion in 2021 and is expected to grow to $209 billion in the next 6 years, which is just insane. When it comes to the average salary of a machine learning engineer, that sits right around $142,000 a year, but senior engineers can make a whole lot more than that. Lastly, at the time of recording this video, there are over 114,000 job postings in the United States alone, which is kind of low compared to some of the other jobs we've spoken about today, but remember, that number is just going to keep growing and growing year after year. Number 5, the cloud engineer. Cloud computing has solidified its presence, transitioning from what some might have considered a trend to an integral part of our digital world. Today, it's a fundamental technology that's here to stay, shaping the way businesses operate and innovate. The global cloud computing market size was valued at $569 billion in 2022 and is expected to grow to $2.4 trillion by 2030. And just like the other roles we spoke about, this role can be very lucrative. The average salary is sitting right around $132,000 a year. Now, when it comes to job availability, there is plenty of it. At the time of recording, there are over 89,000 job postings in the United States alone. As you can see, the cloud is where the future's at. And there you have it, folks. If you're trying to decide which career in tech to pursue, and your top 3 criteria are: number 1, maximizing the amount of money you can make; number 2, increasing your chances of landing a job; and finally, number 3, finding a job in an industry that will still be relevant within the next 10 years, and so on, then the roles I covered today are the ones we'd recommend for 2024. You can't go wrong with any of them. I hope this video helps shed some light on some of the amazing and incredible opportunities that are out there, and who knows, maybe even inspired you to take the next step in your own journey. Tech is a field that's constantly evolving, and staying ahead of the curve is key. Remember, the roles we discussed today are not just jobs. They're careers that offer growth, stability, and a chance to be part of something big. If you found this video helpful, please drop it a like, it really helps us out. And as always, if you have any thoughts to share, let us know in the comments down below. Stay hungry, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.